Alright, on this video I'm going to show you how to draw the multi-view drawing of the 3-drawer nightstand. We've got two different options actually. One of them's got 3 drawers, the same project, we just take out the bottom 2 drawers and we add in the just the 2 doors for the bottom. And I want you to learn how to draw doors, how we would make that work. There's also an option with this where you have a solid panel side or a raised panel side, and we're not going to draw the raised panel side because you'll see how to do that with the doors. But I just want you to kind of see how this is broken out. If you're going to be drawing your project that you're planning, I want you to develop a multi-view, and then from that you should be able to break it apart into your carcass and your face frame. You've got a top, doors, drawers, whatever, but break it into separate parts. You don't necessarily need title blocks, but you will need to have each individual part with measurements so that you can have something to work from. So we've got 3 layers, and I'll come in here real quick, and I've got more than what I need, but you will probably want to pause this so that you can develop these on your own drawing. But we have our blue object line, which is continuous. We have a red hidden line, which is the hidden layer, and I just load up the hidden one. And we have doors, which is magenta and continuous, and then we have we don't even really need our dimension layer. So object line, hidden line, and doors will be the 3 that you will need for this. And we're going to start with the object line, and I'm going to just start with a rectangle. I'm just going to draw to the right of the one I did last time because our top is going to be 24 by 18. So I'm going to draw a rectangle, and I'm going to go at, which is Shift 2. And we're going to go 24, 18. And it draws us a rectangle that is that size. This is really all we need for our top view. I'm going to start on the front view, and I'm going to go from this corner, and I'm not going to click. I'm just going to come down a ways with this dashed line, and that is showing that I am in line with that corner. I'm going to create a space there, and now I'm going to click and come over 24 for my top. I'm going to go down 1.5 and then back over. I went too far, but we'll trim that. I'm going to go kind of quick on this because I don't have a lot of time for my video. I may have to do this in 2 segments. So you may have to pause and rewind or whatever to stay caught up with what I got going on here. The height of this is 26 3/4. So from here, I'm going to offset down 26.75. That's going to be the bottom. I'm going to now come up with a line to this corner and to this corner, and we're going to offset over 0.75. I'm going to offset up 3 from the bottom for my base, and then I'm going to go up 3/4 from there. That'll be the top part of my base. So we're going to trim this out like so. Okay, so we've got the start of getting this laid out. I think it's 3 1/4, but I'm going to double check. From the end of this to the center of this arc is 3 1/4 inches, and then this is a 1 inch. So to put in that arc over here, what we're going to do is offset 3.25. Take this to the right. Take this to the left. I'm going to offset up 1. And then I want to draw a circle. And I'm going to start at the end of this point, and I'm going to go up to here. Do the same thing over here. Now we just need to trim. And I know there's a lot here, but it's really pretty simple to trim this out. And you will see what all you need. All we're trying to do is get that little arc with the line across the top. So just like that. We're ready for our face frame. We're going to go up 1.5 for our bottom rail. And then our stiles are 2 1/4. They're a little bit wider. We're going to go 2 1/4. Trim. just like this. Make sure you're saving. I believe this is 13, but I'm going to measure it just to check. Yeah, 13 inches. So offset 13. I'm going to go up 1.5 inches. And then I'm going to go up 4, and that will be for my drawer opening, and that will leave me with my top rail. Let's go to our hidden line, and let's go ahead and place this in here while we're here. My carcass is going to go up underneath my top. So my top hangs down 1.5 inches. It's going to cover up 3/4 inch of the top part of my carcass. So we're going to go up 0.75 and bring this over. And then I just want to copy this line right here from the bottom over, just like that. Okay, and that's how we would finish out the top, except for I want this to line up. Yeah, I really missed that, didn't I? It should line up with this. Easy fix, no problem. Okay, we have a drawer, and drawer is really pretty simple. We're going to offset 1/2 inch all the way around, and we're going to go inside. So from this opening, I'm going to the inside. I'm going to take this to the inside, this to the inside, and this one. And it becomes a little bit confusing, so we want to make sure right away we put these on our hidden layer so we know which is which. And I'm going to select a cutting edge. It's going to make it a little bit easier for me to trim this off, because we're just wanting to get our drawer. The reason we go 1/2 inch is because that is the thickness of our drawer slides, and that gives us the correct spacing on the sides, and it works well to do the same thing on the top and the bottom. So we just offset 1/2 inch all the way around for our drawer. For our drawer front, now we're going to go 3/8, so 0.375, and I'm going to take my face frame and I'm going to go out, because that drawer front is going to cover up the face frame a little bit by 3/8. So these will now go on the door layer, just like that. I'm going to extend these over. And I'm not ready to trim this yet because I'm going to have doors down below. So while I'm here, I'm going to offset 3/8 again. And we're going to go from the top of the opening for my doors on my face frame. And I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to put this on the door layer. Extend that over. So now we can keep this down here. And we're just going to trim this out. Just like this, and save. Okay, so we just need our part for the bottom of the doors. 3/8. Extend it, put it on the door layer, trim that out. Just like that. Make sure we save. Okay, so you should have this. I am going to go to my door layer, and we're going to make sure that we have our snap set up correctly. You need to have your midpoint selected. So I went down here to this little drop down and selected midpoint. Perpendicular is probably not a bad thing to have open as well, but we're going to go from the midpoint on the top of this door down to the bottom of the door. That's going to be the very center of my doors, and separating these two out. We want to make sure we've got a space so that our doors will close and they're not going to hit. You do have some adjustment with your hinges, but I like to plan it into my project with 1/8 inch space so that I know that my doors are going to close, and I can always shrink that up a little bit if I need to with my hinges. We're going to offset a 1/16, which is 0.0625, or you can type in a 1/16. And we're going to take this center line. I'm going to offset once to the left, once to the right. I can delete this middle line, and then we're going to trim here and here. So now we've got two separate doors, and I'm going to save. My rails and stiles on my doors are 2 1/4, so offset 2.25, and I'm just going to draw one door. Once we get it finished, then we can copy that over to my my other door, so we don't have to draw them both. Just draw one and then copy it over. We need to trim these lines out, just like this. And then we got some offsetting to do to figure out where our panel is going to go, where our cuts are going to be made, and that type of thing. So offset 0.375. I'm going to take this one up, take this one down, this one goes to the left, this one goes to the right. These will go on the hidden layer. Okay, and then we're just going to extend this over. Okay, with my doors, I've got a panel that sets in here, and I like to leave an 1/8 inch space all the way around that panel. We'll put some rubber spacers in there, and that allows that panel to expand and contract without exploding out our door. It's not going to break that out. So this gets a little bit confusing, but I'm going to offset 0.125, which is 1/8 of an inch from our hidden lines, and now I'm going to go back to the inside with this. And these new lines are going to be object. Quick way to do this is I can just go to match layer. Okay, and I'm going to select this blue one, and then I can click on these, and it should change. Well, that's not the right one. Well, I know there's a button. I must have missed it. Anyway, we'll just click on these and make these blue. That's a quick way to do that for now, too. There is a way to change that, but I hit the wrong button. Okay, 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. We're going to offset this up. This will go on the object layer. And we can trim that out. Just like this. So this will be our panel. I don't want these down here either. This will be my panel that sets in there 1/8 of an inch away from the edge. Okay. Once I've got all this, I'm going to save it. I'm going to copy. I'm just going to copy all of this that's on the inside. Right click or press enter. I'm going to copy from this top left corner over to the top left corner. So now I've got two of them. And we're done with our front view. So all we have left is our right side. I'm going to put the right side view video on a separate video because I'm about out of time with this. I know I went kind of quick. You may just have to pause and go back and rewind and make sure, but really not all that difficult. Kind of shows you how things would come together when you're drawing out your project. So go to the next video to finish up the right side view.